Would you like to learn how to make and or import purchase models such as these into Bannerlord? If so, I've created a tutorial series specifically aimed at 3D modeling for Bannerlord and the workflow. Most teams in the community are always looking for a helping hand, as you guys probably know. And if you've ever wanted to contribute or just simply make your own world in Calradia, then this series is just for you. Firstly, I would like to start off with a few questions to get your expectations primed for the workflow. Why I even made this? What can you expect to learn? And the structure of the videos within the series. The reason for making this was to condense all the information that helped me as a complete beginner to modding. I'm currently a 3D artist for Burning Empires, and I started around 7 or 8 months ago. I had little to no knowledge about 3D modeling or the Bannerlord editor. There is the 3D workflow documentation made by John M. of KOA, and it is of course not a square one guide in terms of modeling, but here I will be covering that exact workflow for importing into the editor from 3D to in-game. I aim to cover this documentation, but in a structured video format, as it can get a bit overwhelming for a complete beginner to the 3D scene. Even with these resources, all of these resources, a beginner may be overwhelmed. So I want this series to serve as a resource you can watch and know exactly what you're getting out of it. You don't need to message around in the Discord asking people if what you're doing is correct. You won't need to do hours of research trying to solve problems that may arise in the tools or programs we'll be using. Though I don't want to completely discourage you from asking questions in the 3D Discord, as some problems may actually need specific attention. You can just refer to the series and it will get you from point A to B with no hassle. At least that's the idea. You can expect to learn a complete overview of the 3D modeling workflow. This includes high to low, topology, weight painting, texturing, alpha creation, and more. We will learn how to make armor mostly. I'll touch on shields and possibly weapons depending on how the series does. I'll also cover how to work with opacity texturing, the baking process, gathering references for armor, making chainmail, scale, lamellar, and so on. This workflow will even translate into the 3D/gaming industry, if that's something you're interested in. Through the process, I'll be using some free programs and some paid, something like Substance, but I think it's absolutely essential and absolutely worth it in the long run. Though I want to stress that I'll be trying to show my way of doing it, which is different from every artist. I always try to keep in mind that though I'm loving every second of the 3D process, I do have a regular job and I like to optimize the workflow a bit to make it faster. Of course, if you want to make your work look better, spend more time and take your time as much as you can. But I will be sure to cover the methods that I use personally to speed up the product while also maintaining a level of detail that you and others will be happy with. Finally, I'd like to just touch on the structure of the videos I plan to make. So if you follow the videos from first to last, you will get the feel for the workflow and end up with your items in game, feeling much more confident about your ability to fix problems in the future. But as I move on in the series, I'll assume you've grasped the previous video, so as to be more efficient in the learning process. Just think of it like holding your hand less. Each video will begin with a very detailed and longer explanation, but near the end, I was thinking about adding maybe a 1-minute summary or overview, just in case you want to get an idea of what you're about to get yourself into, or just as a quick refresher. Maybe you're pressed for time even, just something to refer to quick and easy. As a final note, all of this information is readily available, and I can't stress this enough. You can learn this on your own. The point of this series is to minimize the time and effort spent asking around, the trial and error, the anxiety, am I even doing this correctly? If you don't mind the grind, then of course, there's no pressure to purchase this course. I look forward to your feedback and hope you'll consider supporting the effort. Thank you.